how to control your thoughts and how to determine which kind of thoughts get the most power so your life can be great. So if you don't know already, you are the one who determines which thoughts get the most power out of your mind. So if you're always focusing on those negative thoughts, guess what? Your life is going to be miserable, and you're always going to have these negative thoughts saying, I can't do this, I can't accomplish that. But if you put power to the positive thoughts, that's when your mind is going to change and be like, okay, you're going to look at things in a brighter perspective, and you're going to have a wider look out into your mind and just be like, okay, I can do this. You know, you're not going to focus on the negative thoughts because you literally controlled it, and now you can put power to the positive thoughts. Our brain, we approximately have 60,000 thoughts per day, and these thoughts are like a passing car on the road to me because there are just so many thoughts. And you know, think of it like this. So a passing car is on the road and it's a negative thought. If you hold on to that thought, theoretically you're going to make that thought your reality because you're giving it power, and now that is going to become your way of thinking and your assumption of things and the way you perceive things. So you know, don't hold on to that passing car. All of those negative thoughts are just a passing car on the road. Let it pass. Negative thoughts create a channel in our brains, so if you hold on to that thought, that way of thinking will become default to you. What you're doing is you're now wiring your brain to effortlessly produce negative thoughts. So now your brain is losing its capacity to think positively and be more comfortable with thinking things at a negative perspective and an outlook of life. You're just always going to be negative. Let that car pass and only start thinking positive, because when you start thinking positive, your brain releases dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins in our brain, which this leads us to creative thinking and cognitive flexibility, which is the ability to change from one thinking to another. So that's when we can handle all 60,000 thoughts in a day and just move by them as if it's just a passing car on the road. Because now our brains are accustomed to thinking positively now. You know, and it takes a while for our minds to win this mental battle in our heads and, you know, switch our way of thinking to positive thinking and always have that cognitive flexibility and the ability to switch from one thinking to another, because, you know, it's super hard, especially with voices in your head. And that's why self-talking is there for you. And I may sound crazy, but I self-talk every day, you know, like, and I just talk to myself and I have conversations with myself because they really help. And you know, self-talking is just like a way of just basically expressing yourself and having a conversation with yourself, and just be like, why am I having these thoughts? Are these thoughts benefiting me? You know, and what are these negative thoughts going to do for my life? And you know, I self-talk, and I also have affirmations where I focus on different topics. So if you have a hard time, you know, going from this mindset, you know, self-talking and affirmations is the number one way to help you, because for my affirmations, I have different topics where it's about confidence, negative thoughts, the ability to switch from one thing into another, self-love. It's literally every topic that you could think of, and I listen to it every day, and it really helps me. Sometimes I self-talk to myself like this, or I self-talk to myself in front of a mirror so I can like just actually see myself and see the way I'm feeling. And you know, because sometimes the voices get too loud in our heads and we just don't know what to do. And that's why, like, you know, nobody was there to actually help me on this journey. I figured out this all myself, and you know, anyone who is stuck and just confused, I just want to spread this information and just help somebody out there who, you know, was like me, who didn't have anyone, who had to go through all of this alone. And you know, I'm just trying to spread my knowledge and just learn even more as I go. And you know, I would rewire my brain and my way of thinking by continuously talking to myself in the mirror and, you know, self-talking, because my brain was producing new thoughts with my affirmations. And I was speaking really confidently to myself, and it felt great. It still feels great. And yeah, like during this time I did have to cut out music so I can just really, focus on my brain and the way I think. You know, all my affirmations were different areas of where I struggled in. And, whatever area I struggled in, I listened to that affirmation that I had made for me of my voice. So if you guys ever want to listen to affirmations, the app I use is called Parrot, and you can self-record yourself talking and just listen to the affirmations. And whether it be a parent's negative thoughts, whatever you're dealing with, just rewire your brain, guys. Rewire it. That's the way to master your way of thinking. Listen to it every day. And I hope you guys like this video, and I will definitely be posting more. I know I took a little break. I took about a 3-week break. I just had to get myself set again, and I just had to be out here again, living life. It feels great to be talking to y'all again. So, just stay tuned for more videos. It's connected to you.